Hey YouTube watchers, it's Dr. Evelyn here, and this is one of the parts of a multi-part video trying to answer the question of what is the adjustment and what is happening on a physiological and neurologic level. So I hope you enjoy these next 3 videos that are going to come out in a series and that you can really understand what it is that a chiropractor is looking for and trying to achieve and trying to help your body with. So subscribe to the channel and make sure that you watch the entire series so that you really start to understand what it is that we are trying to do and that you can see how it applies to you in your life. So, okay, let me recap. We have our joints, they're proprioceptive, and then they have some dysfunction where they are not being accurate at their propriocepting, and they don't realize that the range that they really have. And also, we have different muscles being told to hold on at different levels of tension to each vertebrae. So now that leads to, okay, if this vertebrae was being held by this really, really tight rubber band, like so, and I try to turn it this way, it's going to be much harder to turn that way. Whereas if I want to turn it the other way, it's going to go swing and really go. So that leads to those decreased ranges of motion, and that can really lead to a lot of discomfort and altered movement and pain. Okay, so we have Barb here, and she has got some joints, right? All these areas where different articulations where the joints come together, okay? This is her lumbar spine. This is her sacrum. These are her sacroiliac joints, thoracics, and then we'll get to cervicals later. The really cool thing about chiropractic, and if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that chiropractic is really about nervous system function and health. And if you can also see on Barb, she's got these little yellow things coming out, and those are representing her nerves. You'll also notice that there's this whole tissue coming through the whole spine, and that is representative of the spinal cord. So the brain is up in the top of the skull, which Barb does not have. And then the spinal cord is an extension of that neurologic tissue that runs all the way down the spine, and then the spinal cord attaches actually at the sacrum at the bottom. And all the nerves come out that supply all of the functions for your entire body from the spine and in between the vertebrae. So when we're doing an adjustment, what chiropractors are looking for is actually a tension pattern in the body. So it's not like we're really looking for, oh, a bone out of place. If you really think about a dislocation, that would be something like this here, right? I should make Barb dislocate herself. Do you see how the spinal cord is no longer yellow in between that gap? I'm turning backwards. In here, that's like a rupture. That's like really messed up, okay? This is not what is happening when your chiropractor fixes your back, okay? The chiropractor is not making this and relocating it into the place where it belongs, okay? Chiropractors do not do that. So what chiropractors are looking for are subluxations, which are really neurologic signs of neurologic dysfunction in the body. And what that can look like is really hypertonic muscles, really tight muscles that are not, at an even tension with the rest of the system. It can look like swelling and inflammation. It can look like loss of range of motion. And it will look like, a lot of energy, it has an energetic signature to it. And that chiropractors are trained to feel and also test for. And so when a chiropractor goes in to adjust, they're going to be opening up the joint and gapping it in a way that makes it so that you're moving the joint in a way that it is not moving and doing a sudden high velocity, low amplitude movement into the joint. You are as a chiropractor, teaching the joint where it really can go and where it really is designed to go. And you are helping reset that proprioceptive tendon response that's trying to inhibit your body from being able to move in that way. And you're also rebalancing the tension. So even if it doesn't make a popping sound, which sometimes it will just from the nature of gapping the joint in a certain way, you're still getting the input into the joint of its actual proper range of motion and its actual resetting its proprioceptive sensor, so to speak. I will also add that when we have dysfunction in our nervous system, and the easiest signs for someone to see are these imbalances in tension, this edema, this swelling, these lacks of this different altered range of motion, etc. But that doesn't mean there isn't more happening in the nerves that are dysfunctional. So each one of these nerves not only controls muscles in the spine and in the lower body and in the extremities. Not only does it control those muscles that are pretty easy to test, they control everything, including organ function. So if you have a dysfunction that's causing a muscular imbalance, that nerve is probably also involved in some imbalances with our internal organs and systems. And that's just a little bit harder for us to test with our hands and just feel. So getting your spine checked is the first thing that you can do in order to make sure that your neurology is working as optimally as possible, that you're functioning as optimally as possible, and that you're actually getting all of those signals from your body and from your environment accurately and efficiently to the correct part of your brain. Okay, you guys, that's my video for this week, and thank you for continuing to watch the channel and continuing to nerd out with me about spines and health and chiropractic. And again, I'm Dr. Evelyn here in El Granado, California, and this is Barb, and we just make a really great team, don't we, Barb? Okay, take care, everybody. Till next time.